We're back with Ask Chat.
How y'all doing?
How has bodybuilding impacted your relationships or social life?
Well, the more serious you take it, the less social life you have if you're taking it serious enough. Doesn't mean you can't go out and do things with such people or such events and stuff, but you do have to plan around it, especially if your nutrition and your sleep is a priority, which it should be. As far as relationships goes, it's honestly never been that big of an issue because I tend to filter out women that aren't already into a fit and healthy lifestyle. So they already understand it, the way I eat, the way I train on the timing, the going to bed and that stuff. It's not really been that much of an issue because they'll know up front. Like, hey, this is the way it's going to be. If you can't deal with it, let me know. And usually it kind of weeds them out pretty quickly. And plus, you can look at them and tell if they're serious or not. Like if they don't live a fit and healthy lifestyle, you know pretty quickly. It's not that hard to find out. So as far as affecting the relationships and stuff, nah, I never let it do that. I train when I want to train, and I even train on holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas. It don't matter. Like that don't take. I train when I train. I train. I don't care what day it is. I don't like. Well, I'll do it tomorrow or something like that, unless I've got an injury or it might be better suited because of such events. But that is extremely rare, and I can't even tell you the last time that's happened. So relationships never been a problem, unless it was earlier on and I nixed it. As far as social events, yeah, now that it does work and stuff like that. You have to make your food ahead of time if you're eating throughout the day. I usually did shakes. I do shakes when if I'm at work or something like that. I'll bring a shake with me and stuff. I don't like eating throughout the day, so I'll just drink shakes throughout the day. Usually casein protein shakes with milk in it. Slower digestion, so I'll have aminos in my body throughout the day if I decide to do it. If I'm fasting, it's not a problem at all. I'll just eat at night. But I'm not going to, I'm a person that I don't let certain things get in the way of my progress. If it's not a good idea for me to go do something, then I won't do it. I remember when Carolina Rebellion came out and you couldn't bring food in there. This was like 2010, I think, or 2011. It was the first year it came out. I had tickets to it and I didn't even go because you couldn't bring food in there and stuff. And I was like, well, screw this. I'm not going. I don't need to go to something like that to do or whatever. It's just now I'm not as serious. I wasn't as serious then as I am now, but I'm very quick to not do certain things or with certain people. Like I'm probably the wrong person to ask this to because I don't get affected by social interactions and stuff like that. I don't go to family events if I don't need to, or go do this, or go to watch the Super Bowl. Or I mean, I'm probably the least social person over time. I've become the least social person. But back in the day, yeah, I would. They knew how I eat, or I would cater to it. Like, okay, they're gonna have this. I'll just have my. I wouldn't say cheat day, but yeah, you could say it, or refeed day if if they're gonna have a bunch of carbs and stuff like that, or pizza and stuff like that. I would just cater it to my workout or adjust my workout. I mean, adjust my nutrition through over the week. But back then, I really wasn't tracking it as much as I am now. So over time, the more serious I got, the less social I became. I just don't care to go out and do specific things. If we do, we plan around it. Like, all right, we're going to eat at this time, or we're going to do this, or whatever. Or I'll eat before I go, especially when I'm eating one big meal that day on my non workout days or something like that. I can make it work because I get all my protein and stuff in, get my calories in that one meal, and I'm good. It's not that hard to work around if you choose to. You should not sacrifice your progress and your goals for the sake of appeasing a social interaction. I'm not saying you can't go do social events and stuff. People have big families and stuff like that. Adjust accordingly. Don't be idiotic about it and go off the rails. Well, they're having fajitas and pizza and a cookout. I'm gonna go out and just do what I want to. If you do it, plan accordingly. Adjust your nutrition and stuff accordingly where you do it. Don't stay out late. You don't. There's no reason to stay out past 10 o'clock. I mean, if you go to a concert or something like that, go home and get in bed and sleep in early or whatever. Your priorities are your priorities. So anybody that's social or does certain things, that's whatever your priorities are. That's what you need to cater to. If it's not a priority to you and you just want to live, be in shape and eat decent most of the time and sleep here and there, and you're good with mediocre to maybe above average progress, hey, that's you. Your genetics might take up for that. That's cool. But if you're serious about getting into fitness modeling or competing or just in general living a fit, healthy lifestyle for the best of your ability, especially the older you get, the more that should be a priority. And things will have to make a sacrifice for it. I'm not saying you have to sacrifice all of it. That's an individual and subjective way to look at it. It's all dependent on that person. It's all relative. But for myself, I'm not a very social person anymore. I don't need to be around people. I actually don't like being around big crowds and doing the big events and stuff like that unless I absolutely need to. Shoot, I don't even like going to Walmart. I used to love going shopping and stuff. I dread going to Walmart and being around people or seeing somebody I know. So I'm not that social. If you're social, adjust accordingly. You can make it work, but don't be an idiot. Don't Drinking should be minimal or anything that's going to throw you off your progress. Use some common sense. Like I said, if it's a priority, you'll make it a priority. If it's not, then it's not. It's that simple.
But if it was something you would do, you would still, like from a social aspect, you would just plan around it. If it was something you wanted to do.
Well, it depends on what it is. If it's going to an event or going to go hang out with somebody and they're having this and I'll just either eat before or after, it doesn't mean I can't go hang out with it. But as long as it doesn't affect me, like I said, I put myself first. I'll put God first, me second. I'm talking about from a human standpoint. I put myself first. Everything that trickles from there, because if you don't, nobody else is going to do it for you. You have to have your best interest at hand. So if it's like, I'm going to go hang out with some family, maybe not my family, but go hang out with, say, your family. I would go do that, but I would either eat before or after, but I'm not going to do anything to jeopardize my progress. That's crazy. Unless I plan for it. Say if we're going to go eat a buffet, because I love some buffets. Like, I ain't even going to joke with you. I love some Chinese buffets, some pizza buffets, some sweets. I'm a fatty. I used to be that's why I was overweight, because I grew up eating everything and anything. I'll plan for that. We've done it before. I've adjusted my diet for it. So I've made minimal impact on my progress because I would either cut it the next day or not have so many carbs pre-workout or whatever. I would make it work. Now, do I do it a lot? No. I went the whole last year without eating anywhere out besides stopping by and getting some cookies from Bojangles. We got those Bowberry cookies. I wanted to try one. I ate one and a half. She tried a half one. That was it. I didn't go out and eat it all last year. This year we went 2 or 3 times. We went 3 times.
I had a bite of that because it was not
Well, a
good.
bite. It was very doughy.
Not good.
We went 3 times this year, but actually since I've been in a maintenance phase, we went, but I've made adjustments to my diet, and I think it's had a minimal impact on my progress because I've made adjustments. Now, I'm not saying this, like I've said this before, one bad meal is not going to ruin your progress, just like one good meal isn't going to make you progress. It doesn't work like that. But you should be able to, if you're serious about your progress and it's a mental thing, like if you have an eating disorder or something like that, I've had an eating disorder growing after I've lost my weight most of my adult life, I have to justify it. And if I can't justify it and make adjustments, it will mess with me mentally. So I will cater to it like, all right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have this, but I'm going to cut this out tomorrow. Or over the next few days, I'm going to cut out all my almonds or whatever. You know what I mean? Just have minimal fats or maybe every other day or something like that. Because it's all about calories in versus calories out. But if you're going to a buffet, you don't know how much you're eating. Even if it's one meal for that day. If you have a huge appetite like me, shoot, I could wreck that place in like an hour and a half or 2 hours. Like, she knows. Homie don't play that. So make adjustments. It doesn't mean you can't enjoy things. But you also got to realize, too, what your goals are, and you got to be an adult about it. There has to be a level of accountability there. You can't be like, well, I did this, now I've screwed my progress up. Well, you probably are in the either A, you don't take it serious enough, or B, you're going about it with the wrong mentality. And there has to be accountability for all of it. But don't let it stop you from enjoying food. Like, to be honest with you, I crave food. I go on Facebook and watch people test foods and stuff like that. I've eaten so much different things as far as sweets and certain things that I've craved, pizzas and stuff like that. I can pretty much give you an idea what it tastes like most of the time by watching somebody else eat it. That's a superpower. Can't do it with everything, but about 95% of it I can. But my whole point of this is not to go on a rant. If you're accountable to it, you can enjoy things like that. Don't let nobody tell you can't. You don't have to eat broccoli, rice, and chicken all the time. That's retarded. Take and enjoy your life, but within reason if your goals are a priority. If they're not, then don't be upset because they're not. It's all about humility, responsibility, and accountability.